Hey everyone. Well, you guys are probably know at the time of this video, this is premiering at 8:30 in the morning. I just want to say I hope you guys are doing okay. Sorry for no video yesterday because this is being filmed at past 1 in the morning at the time of this recording because right now things aren't looking good because right now last few days I've been pretty much struggling for words right now because I just received word that our monthly payments for my annual pass have been halted. Thank you for that. Now I only wish Knott's would do that same thing, but I have a gut feeling that's a Cedar Fair call than a Knott's Berry Farm call. And considering I'm a Knott's employee, and if you guys are still paying for your monthly payments, as a Knott's associate, I sincerely apologize, and I'm hoping I don't get fired for saying that. Well, I'll be honest, I'm ready to go back to work. Because I haven't seen my coworkers in forever. But this is not what this video is all about. We're going to have a brief discussion of what's going to happen with Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. And with now Disney non-essential workers getting furloughed, which honestly, it was only inevitable. And I know people are probably going to say they're going to need to be sold. First of all, hold this L. You know, I may have to get a prop for that now. I may eventually have to get a prop for that. Because is it just here? That's starting to become my catchphrase. But back on topic here. And they're saying they need to be sold to somebody. Which, honestly, I don't see Disney. I mean, honestly, I was a little nervous last year because I don't think I talked about this last year. There was a rumor that Six Flags was going to buy Cedar Fair. To tell you the truth, this is coming from me personally. If Six Flags would have bought Cedar Fair, I would have quit. I know, I've been there for nearly 4 years. And the last thing I want to be associated with is Six Flags. No disrespect to all the Six Flags associates out there. But here's the thing. Most of this, because I don't want to associate myself as a discount worker. Because let's be honest, Six Flags is pretty much the discount. Because Disney and Universal are the top tier. Cedar Fair and some of the lower cards like a Holiday World or a SeaWorld, they're the middle tier. And you get the lowest of the low in Six Flags. Especially what I saw in a certain vlog, someone's vlog from Six Flags over Georgia. So yeah, hadn't that rumor been true, I would have said, give me a season pass. I'm not working here. I don't want to be associated with Six Flags. And to tell you the truth, hadn't that happened, I would have applied for Disney. Because that's probably where I should have been in the first place. Right now. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I could see them selling off some of their smaller venues. Like the Muppets, it's pretty much all but dormant at this point. Honestly, if you're not going to use them, sell it to somebody. There's Marvel sticking around. Star Wars is probably going to stick with Disney because they're making a ton of money by Galaxy's Edge. But if they're going to make another Star Wars movie, get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. She's probably the reason why The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker sucked so hard. Well, minus Rise of Skywalker. That was Last Jedi. That was all her fault. If the Star Wars films are going to be good, get rid of her. Now, sorry to get on topic again here. What are we going to expect once the parks reopen? And in this video, I will be discussing what's going to happen with Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So I'll be covering them both. Let's start with Disneyland. And I think for both parks, I think it's pretty clear what they're doing here. Because of the furlough, I think they're going to see what Shanghai does. Because right now, their version of Downtown Disney, which I believe is Disney Town, correct me if I'm wrong, and I think their hotel is opening right now, but they have to wear the mask, which I have a gut feeling, at least at first, until there's a vaccine, if you're going to go to the Disney theme park, you have to wear a mask. So, I do think, and if you guys are wondering, yes, I have a mask, already made already, just in case this goes through until there's a vaccine. Can't believe they're going to have this way by CDC requirements until there's a vaccine. And let's be honest, am I the only one thinking that the vaccine and proven COVID-19 treatment may come as soon? Everyone's saying it's going to be 12 to 18 months before we have a viable treatment option for COVID-19. But the amount of candidates they're going through right now, I've got a feeling it may be coming at the end of this year. This is definitely looking good. So yeah, I think until there's a vaccine and a proven treatment for this disease, what I think is going to happen at first, there's going to be masks. You have to wear a mask. And as much as I hate saying this, the next time you go into the parks, entering the parks, when you're entering the Mickey Events parking structure, there's probably going to be temperature checks. Which means they're going to have to check your... I think they're going to bring what they're doing in Shanghai, using where they don't have to touch you or anything. They'll take your temperature, and if you're good, you go straight to the tram. And we'll get to that portion shortly. And there is also a chance, I probably won't be filming this because you're not allowed to film security, there is a chance I may actually see someone who is borderline okay, but that person may get a security escort back to the car or hotel room, and they say, you're not well, please rest up. And I can't help also have a strange feeling, because if someone actually sees that, there's going to be some asshole going, here we go. There's going to be some asshole going, bit of misery, dilly. Yeah, there's going to be an asshole being like that. Yeah, so I expect temperature checks there. So as for Disneyland, let's start here first because they're the local park to me. So I'm thinking it's going to be something kind of similar to what Shanghai's doing. So I'm expecting Downtown Disney to reopen first. Then I think the hotels are going to reopen. But now this is where things start to get a little difficult. Because are they going to open DCA or Disneyland first? That's going to be the big question mark here. If you guys get what I'm saying. So what I think is going to happen is, I think Disneyland's going to open first via reduced capacity. And I think like 2 or 3 days later, I think that's when DCA is going to open. Now, what I think is going to happen, I'm expecting at least for a month, no parades and no fireworks. I know that's going to ruin the Disney magic, but they're going to have to do it till there's at least a month until we feel this dies down. But let's be honest, with the travel industry suffering, we're in a 9/11 scenario again here. So I think most people are probably staying home till there's a vaccine at this point. Which, honestly, to tell you the truth, even though most Disney bloggers are probably saying, once it reopens, we're going in, to tell you the truth, it's probably borderline at this point. To the point where, at one point today, I was considering canceling the 2020 season altogether and just staying home just to be safe. Because you're never too sorry for playing it safe. But at this point right now, with the mask, if it's the mask, I'm going to be okay. Which means I'm hoping you guys are probably going to hear my voice like normal. At least hopefully. So yeah, what I think is going to happen, No parade, so no magic happens, and no fireworks. Because of the social distancing thing. And also, don't expect World of Color. Which, I'm sorry, I mean, unless they're going to have one row empty, unless they're not going to use that middle row, the Splash Zone's going to, I think World of Color is probably going to be off for at least a month. And speaking of other shows, I think Frozen's probably going to have to shut down temporarily too. Because they're going to have to rework that. Same with Magical Map. Unless they fill every other row. Which is why I think Philhar Magic may have an easier time at this point. So I think they're going to sanitize each of the ride vehicles. The queue lines are going to get more hand sanitizer or hand washing stations are going to be available as well. And also, what's going to happen with our version of the Haunted Mansion? Because unlike Florida, ours goes underneath because the Haunted Mansion is literally right next to the Disneyland Railroad train tracks. I don't think the Haunted Mansion is going to reopen on time. That's going to be pretty interesting to see how they do that. Unless they're going to limit the amount of people in there. Like having like 20 or 30 people per stretching room. I don't know how that's going to work. Then again, I don't work for Disney. So yeah, I don't think Mansion's going to open. In fact, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we may not get Haunted Mansion Holiday this year. Which really sucks, but on the other hand, this might give Disney a possible excuse that possibly put a Nightmare Before Christmas ride in DCA finally. Well, I can only hope. Alright. Yeah, and also, another ride I don't think is going to open, at least for a while. The monorail and Finding Nemo. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Because the monorail, they cram you in there with people. And same with the subs. And I know I've been hearing that the Nemo subs are on the chopping block, but at this point, I'm not sure if they're going to have it running at first, because Disney's in such a big financial hit because of this stupid virus. To the point where I think if there's any ride that's going to be shut till 2021, it's probably going to be the Finding Nemo. And as much as it pains me to say it, they're probably going to be shut to the end of the year. I'm sorry, guys. And unless they're going to limit the amount of people and have it be like every few seats, you can't sit there. That's probably my guess. Now, that's all I can say on the Disneyland side for right now. Now let's get to the juicier stuff. Let's get to Disney World. And this one's going to be a little harder for me to do, because expect the hand sanitizers, the temperature checks, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, Disney World is a lot different to Disneyland. And considering they're getting slammed by these COVID-19 cases because their governor is doesn't believe it, boy. And people think Vince McMahon's out of touch, which to be fair, he is. But at least, oh, I forgot. They're doing WrestleMania tomorrow. Which, honestly, it's watching it for 8 hours. Boy, it's going to be weird knowing that LA is going to be the first legitimate WrestleMania. So I think it's going to happen. No, let's get back here. What's going to happen to Walt Disney World? So I think what's going to happen, Disney Springs is going to reopen first. Then the hotels. Because right now the hotels are taking no reservations until June 1st. That's why that speculation is going. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to open up the hotels first. And I'm going to get that going. Then this is where things start to get difficult. In other words, which park's going to open. And I think this first one's going to be easy. It's going to be, the Magic Kingdom's going to be the first park to open. To reopen. And to tell you the truth, I think some of the rides might be, for social distancing, they're just going to have to limit the amount of people. Excuse me. Now this is where it gets difficult, because unlike Disneyland where they have 2, they have 4. So, which park do I think is opening next? And to tell you the truth, this one's pretty hard at this point. But I'm going to go with Hollywood Studios. Mainly because A, they got Galaxy's Edge, and 2, they also have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That literally just opened right before this whole virus thing happened and they shut down again. Boy, that ride is having rotten luck. Let's hope our version doesn't get canceled. I know some Disney World people are probably saying, "Oh, can it be just makes our coast better? We don't want to have we don't want California getting their own version." Let's just pray that doesn't get canceled. Which, by the way, that's a future video I'll do down the line, talking about what's going to happen with both coasts. And now this is where things get difficult here. Okay, this isn't difficult. The third part, it's going to be like in 2 to 3 day, 3-day interval. So like, Magic Kingdom will be the only park running for 3 days, then Hollywood Studios, and then 3 days later, that's when Animal Kingdom opens. Animal Kingdom opens, and you probably know which one's last. Epcot. Mainly because they're going to have to scramble to get the cast members for Epcot back, because prior to when this happened, the heart and soul is getting their cast members from their individual countries for World Showcase. And the college program actually had this, was the heart and soul of it. So, this is why I think Epcot's going to be the last park to reopen. And considering this is happening during their multi-renovation, which leads to possible speculations, which is why the next webcam video you're going to see is me discussing which parts of it is staying and which one's gone. So, yeah, I think Epcot's going to be the last one to reopen. And the next video, I'll be discussing which projects are going to get canceled, delayed, or on track. Alright, I gotta get to bed. Oh, by the time you're watching this live, it's probably 9 a.m. right now by this discussion. Good night.